each building is going to be on the slide. Then you'll be asked to circle whether the comparison is temporal, regional, or cultural. This is not a choice that you make. This is, this is not just something you say, oh, I think I'll write this cultural. This is going to be something that is already obvious in the two buildings. I think I've got a pretty good example. This is a regional comparison, right? Chartres and Salisbury Cathedral. So you see two interiors here, Chartres and Salisbury. And you can see, you can kind of start to see the differences. Then we'll go to the plans. And then you'll see the two plans. And then we'll go back. So we're going to toggle back and forth for you while you do this comparison. Right? So, then you identify both buildings, as you did before for the Amiens example. And then you write 4 sentences. And these are pretty long sentences that I've written. You take 4 points of comparison. Chartres single-aisled, Salisbury with a double aisle after the choir. Salisbury is longer and narrower with only 1 aisle. Both have a 3-part nave elevation, but there are differences. You can see them there. Chartres is an urban Ile-de-France church, whereas Salisbury is a monastic seat with a close all around the